Ah, salut gros, ça va mec?
Putain, qu'est-ce qu'on fout ici?
Eh ben justement, je suis venu ici pour te... Putain, la porte... Ah, bon, bonjour. Ouais, donc descends en bas, je t'explique tout avant que tu t'énerves et tout. Ok? Et Ah non mais c'est incroyable, ils sont relous ces portes.
There's always another player who finds a bug in your code. And then you have to spend a lot of time fixing it. Balancing every ship from the get-go perfectly is frankly impossible. We need feedback. And there's a difference between our internal QA playing everything or thousands of players.
A lot of people think that PTU is just for bug reporting and talking about bugs, but it can also be a proving ground for design ideas and design concepts where we can take player feedback and incorporate that moving forward.
Like, obviously we cannot do groundbreaking changes or really big, like we cannot fix the whole game at once, right? But we always hope to see threads like, hey guys, my experience has improved, and thank you for that, right? So we know that we're on the right track.
She found that it was just right.
$50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Let's start things off with another look at the continuing development of cargo decks, the new additions to space stations scheduled to come online in the upcoming 311. And we've been able to follow the progress of these new station modules for some time thanks to staggered development. But if this is your first look, cargo decks are intended to provide a place for the storing and transfer of goods for both players and NPCs alike. You'll find them along major trade routes or Lagrange points and in geostationary orbit above major landing zones as they perform as both commercial harbors and warehouses for all major trade goods in the verse. As they continue to develop for 311 and beyond, they'll provide a range of cargo and trade-related missions, trade security missions, your chance to interact with and gain rank with the Cargo Guild, your chance to find rentals, and if you've ever worked in a warehouse or big box store before like I have, maybe a few secreted areas only employees on their breaks are supposed to know about. In FPS Weapons, we've got a quick look at the A03 Ballistic Sniper Rifle, which just looks darn cool. Now, after recent work we covered earlier this quarter on the development of a balance triangle for all FPS weapons, we now know that Gemini weapons target accuracy and speed as their strong suits. They're more like marksman weapons than something super hard-hitting. But if you'd rather quantity of bullets over precision, these concepts for Bering's new FS9 light machine gun has a stylish look that says, I have a whole lot of bullets. Don't give me a reason to give them to you. Is Bering supposed to look this mean? Additionally, the wear and tear system enabled by the new hard surface shader is now beginning to be applied to existing weapons like this rocket launcher from Apocalypse Arms.
What is that? Oh, never mind. I know what
Wow.
it is.
Stuck it.
That's
I
a
stuck it on the
All right, new ship confirmed.
It's the Ares Star Runner.
I was like, man, that looks awesome in the dark. It actually, I was like, what the hell ship is that? And then, yeah, okay. So he's just attached the size 10. That's awesome, man.
In Squadron 42 news, there's this. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is, or who it's for.
All ships, we're under attack by Vandal forces. Repeat.
Or how many poor UEE service folk it's killed. But whatever the story there, it sure looks mean. Members from our environment team focused on organics are currently exploring new ways to get increasingly realistic surface coverage of things like grass or meadows using our new paint tools, which seems simple until we remember that it has to be applied at a planetary scale while still reacting to smaller things like wind, vehicles, and players alike. What we're seeing here is a test for visual fidelity only, without the touch blending that would cause it to bend when you crawl through it like this player is. That touch blending pipeline is also under development, and you can bet we'll have updates when the time comes. In ship updates, we've got a new look at the Origin 100i, which has begun final art stage. You can see here the external cargo bay found in the 135 variant, the beginnings of a cockpit interior with its yoke and control scheme, folks getting started on the landing gear and testing the compression because these ships like to hang close to the ground, and then the beginnings of a materials pass on the exterior. We've also got this look at the gray box interior and initial materials pass for the Hercules Starlifter from Crusader Industries. A couple disclaimers about what you're going to see here. This is a big ship with a lot of space left to fill, but these areas you see here are an indication of the general look and feel being explored for the interiors. Here's a sneak peek inside the Crusader Industries Mercury Star Runner. Now, like the brochure says, if you need it there fast and unscathed, you can't do better than a Mercury. Highlights here include the rec room, scanning room, the foyer, gotta love a good foyer, and the cockpit. It's Pico, he's a radical star. Down the microtech slopes, he shreds the gnar. It's Pico, he's your new best friend. He'll be your penguin-y bud until the end.